I'm doing blessed and highly favored and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome into my soul family, my love and well, this welcome to the family and to my extended family. Much love to you as well. I don't know what is up with me messing up my intro this morning. Well, tonight. God dog. Anyways, much love to you. Namaste, love and blessings. Love and light and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when your girl is about to upload her next video. Also, if you are comfortable enough, please drop me a line or two. I love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. Even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life and heading you towards a positive direction. Also, if you feel like the video is very informative to you, uplifts you, gives you good vibes or good inspiration that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or friend, or even a fellow empath going through trying times and just need confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you once again for the love and support. It's greatly appreciated. And I hope that you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the music I'm listening to in the background is so beautiful and peaceful. It's called Angelic Music. 432 hertz healing music 111 spiritual awakening meditation music, and I will post that link in the description box below. And my video today is about twin flame 101. Heyoka is parting ways with emotional vamps and how to deal with them as well, if you're stuck in a karmic situation. um and I would, you know what, uh, we're doing a lot of studying today. I don't know, my mind is like going 10,000 miles per hour right now. It has so much information. It's like I'm like knowledge overload today. That's why I guess I'm just messing up on my intro. I'm gonna give you a few ways of how to know that you're dealing with the, emotional vamps. I did videos about, the abundance vamps as well as, dream vamps and stuff like that. You deal with so many of them that, it's like they're like a succubus. Incubus is whatever you're dealing with. Succubus is the female and the incubus is the guy. It's like 5 different signs of how you're dealing with them. Your eyelids are heavy and you feel like you're ready for a nap. um there's times I'm around certain people and they drain the hell out of me, especially when I'm going through transition. I try to be off to myself, or especially if I'm dealing with different videos, what I'm saying, I try to block that type of energy going out towards anybody, because like I said, we're going through intense integration as well as transformation and transmutation. So it does not take much for us to already go through that. You go through a hyper phase, like you like took like about 1,000 energy drinks, and as well as if you're dealing with different gift techniques, um it drains you a lot as well. It's like when you're reading people or different messages are coming through. It's like even when I do my videos, people might think it's easy. It's not, especially when you're allowing yourself to be open to receive a lot of messages. It can drain the heck out of you, especially if you're trying to send it out to other people, because a lot of us are going through trying times right now and truly need that extra energy of love, comfort, support, uplift, whatever. Um, uh, and what is it? Your mood tends to take a dark turn. You could be happy one minute, and just being around those type of people, their energy they give off is like very heavy. It could be very manic depressive, very sad, angry. It just depends on whatever, you know, um, energy they give off. Especially, when I used to work out in the corporate world, there would be people I have to really, I have to really shield myself, because it was dealing with different walks of life coming in my job. And there will be some that, uplift me and I'm happy to be around them because they were so funny. But then there's ones I would see it and do a bout face like, hey, how you doing? Goodbye. They're like, why do you do that? I said, oh, nothing. I just got to do work. I didn't want them to feel it like I was avoiding them. But it was just like the energy they just gave off would, totally mess up my day. Um, being around them will make you want to eat a lot of, do a lot of binge eating, whether it's carbs, comfort food, any kind of sugar, a whole lot of high calories. Um, Also, when you're dealing with energy vamps, you feel anxious, depressed, and negative. Like I said, your mood will do a total 360. There will be days that dealing with certain people, I would be, even especially when I'm in the store, I really have to do a prayer and make sure I have like my pendants and stuff on. Because just like I told y'all the other day, I went into Walmart and it was like there was a lot of people that's doing their holiday shopping, especially, Thanksgiving coming up and all that. There was a whole bunch of people in there, and it was like only probably, if you have Walmart, there's like probably about 100 cash registers there, but there's only like three of them open, which is really sucky. I said, why don't y'all have like 3 or 4 lines of self checkout lines, and then have like about 7 or 8 regular lines, because y'all ain't doing nothing. They were like, I said, how come y'all have all these things and y'all don't have people that's at the cashiers, but you see about 100 of them walking around all over the place? Oh, well, there's a lot of them, they're not qualified to be on the cash register. I said, this might be a dumb question. Why don't y'all hire people that can do cash register? Because people get frustrated and have to wait in the lines for like 4 or 5 days. Um, and what was the last one? You feel put down when you deal with them. You feel dreadful and all those different things. Characteristics and manifestation. They have very low self-esteem, pretty much. They need constant attention from others. Yes, especially if they're narcissistic, they will exaggerate a lot of things. They will put emphasis on certain situations. I've had people come back and tell me about certain things that has happened in my way, and they were talking about me, and then when it comes back to me, it's totally not even the way it happened. They have a bad situation of when things occur. They'll leave out the things that they did and just go ahead and fabricate all the things that is happening towards them. um they have, every time you turn around, they always have major crises. There's always something going on in their life. They believe that they are not at fault for things happening to them. They will come up with every excuse. It's just like when I see karma happen and I tell them, hey, you remember I was telling you about that karma situation? Oh, that's just life, or that just happens. They don't, they will not take responsibility for the things that they done pushed out. They're just getting it back. They just feel like, oh, this is just happening just to be happening. And it'll be funny. It's like the main people, they'll sit up here and be pulling me through everything. They'll sit up here and tell me about the situations that's going on in their life. I say, oh, something like the you did to me. And I just get quiet just to see it. Like, all right, Roslynn, whatever. I'm like, uh-huh. Now you're allowing yourself to see what you've been dishing out. You feeling it back coming from you, from other people. And it's like, how did it feel? And they totally turn the daggone subject, and it's funny. Um, and they will, you have to be in the way you can deal with them. You have to be responsible. You're responsible 110% on what energy you're putting out and putting in when you're dealing with energy or emotional vamps. You have to be able to do that, especially if you're in a karmic situation where you cannot avoid them. You just try all, if you can, just less communication. I try to do that, especially with my situation. But I'm blessed I went through that, because my toxic situation has allowed me to love myself beyond all measures. I really appreciate that. Even though when I've been through it, and it's just like, oh my God, I'm just ready to get out this situation. If you've been in a karmic situation where you're dealing with toxic people, narcissistic people, you're ready to get the hell out of that equation. And you're ready for those different situations to occur in your life that you truly deserve. Life does happen. You have to be able to balance it out. But when it deals with narcissistic people, all type of different situations, it can go far left for you, which can put you down to the point where you either want to end your life or end theirs, one of the two. Or it can enrich you and empower you by allowing yourself to love yourself beyond all measures, knowing what to look for when you're dealing with certain people like that. Expect the unexpected when it comes to them. Be very specific about the things that you talk about. Allow yourself not to, if you see a certain situation is about to turn into an argument, you already know you cannot argue with a narcissist, because they will never see the impact that they're doing on people. They feel like they're justified to be able to do the things that they do. There's always a reason for them to feel like they're justified to be able to do things as well. So you have to be able to allow yourself to Pick your battles very wisely. Set boundaries. You have to allow yourself to have less contact. When I see how things are getting is about to get heated, and I already know me, I'm a Taurus, and the fact is I'm the type of person, I'm very blunt. There's times I had to really, you know allow myself to be mindful and very discerning on what pops out my mouth, because I'm the type of the one, I don't give a damn. You just gonna know how I feel. It's like, Dad, Roslyn, you really don't like me. I'm like, no, I don't. I really don't. I'm not even gonna fake the funk and let you know I don't when I really don't. I don't tell people that. People used to laugh at me because, like, damn, Roslyn, you just not gonna lie. Why am I gonna lie? If I don't like you, I just don't like you. But and then they say as well, you have to hold up a mirror to them. You have to allow them. If there's some people that do things and they're not, not, knowing that they're putting that heavy burden on you, or they're, hurting your feelings. And sometimes people do that and not realize they're doing it, even though it's a 50-50 chance. Some people know what they're doing and they're trying to put you in an emotional trigger. Or like I told y'all before, there's a lot of times people come to you with a bone, can be very passive aggressive, can talk all stuff about you, but oh, I love you, I'm just telling you that. No, you don't, because you wouldn't have came at me like that if you did. You have to be able to allow people to know, hey, this is how I feel about this situation. I don't like how you're making me feel. I don't like how you're projecting your energy out on me. I don't like how you're talking to me. It makes me feel like, it made me feel like, get me in my feelings. I really don't like that. You have to be able to allow them to, know how that situation is impacting you. And you have to be aware of should relationships. It's like, when ending a relationship, whether it's, a you know, relationship or a friendship, don't allow yourself to feel like the need for you to be able to hang around this person to not hurt their feelings, or feel like, oh, if I did this, I should have did that, I should have did this. Are you being in a situation because you feel like you're forced to do it, or are you being around that person because you really want to? You have to understand that there are certain things that's ran its course and you have to just part ways. And it's at times it's hard, even with friendships. I've, exit so many people out my life and I'm blocked out. It was like one of my friends was laughing at me because I told her I took almost 500 people off my Facebook. It's just like, if I feel like, you're not being my friend because you want to, you feel like you have to be around, open communication because you feel that benefit me, or just trying to, see what you can block me from, or being able to be nosy, about what's going on in my life. I keep my, whatever I'm, on the verge of doing, I keep that very private. I don't tell even my closest friends about the things that I'm doing, just because I've seen how certain things has popped off where people has been to where they blocked me because they felt like, oh, she's not entitled to that, she shouldn't have that. But oh, my life should be good, I'm entitled to this, I'm entitled to that. I have to deal with a lot of stuff like that. I always tell people, even when a person doesn't, they're very supportive of you, maybe they might be threatened by uh the success you're having in your life, the things that you're doing. They might wish that they had stuff like that going on in their life. So they can end up, that energy can end up blocking you as well. um what else did they say? You have to stay clear and be willing to unfriend. Like I said, there are so many people that, especially when you're going through all these different major, retrogrades, and you're unleashing a lot of things that's no longer positively serving you. I mean, there are so many people that, I really love dear, but you were affecting my growth. You are really affecting my growth. And when we talk to you, you just drain the damn life out of me. And those are the type of people I had to really just stay away from. It's just like I told people, there's certain times when somebody would text me and I would just cringe, and I did not know why I did that, because I really cared for that person. But if you put a bad taste in my mouth too many times, and I feel like I mean, your emotions are so out all the ordinary, even though I know I've been there before, but that's when I had to really dive deep and work on myself. So I wouldn't, put all that pressure on people, because I know when I first started going through this and coming to terms with everything that was going on, I mean, I was sucking the life out of people and didn't even realize I was doing it. And that was not my purpose. I just really needed to talk to somebody when I found out all the things that was going on with me. Um, and you have to be able to, practice loving kindness, at times, and it's hard to do that, especially when people are going out their way to hurt you. A lot of people that are, emotional vampires. They've basically been like that from, of trauma of childhood, whether they have mommy issues, daddy issues, or both kind of issues. I've dealt with, both of those things, and way growing up and the way I was brought up, I was in a narcissistic, uh, home environment, and that's what I learned. And I really had to allow myself to convert over. I really feel like if you're willing to do that, I don't feel like, not every narcissist or every emotional vampire cannot convert themselves into normal people that are willing to heal. But I really feel like if you are really, believing that you really want to heal, you don't like the way this is making you feel, you don't like the way you're projecting out energy or saying harsh words to help other people, make other people feel, there you can really, you can really heal and change, but that has to be up to you on well doing. I know it's just like, I'm like, damn it, was I a narcissist? But I know I had narcissistic traits. Let me just say that. I don't want to claim being a narcissist, but I did have narcissistic traits. I used to be very blunt. At times, it's like if you push me into a corner, I will get really blunt. I had to do it on here. I've had to do it physically. A lot of times I just gotta walk away because it's like I'll be quick to want to lay hands on somebody if you piss me off like that. But I just don't like being that type of person. There's just sometimes you just don't need to reply to anybody, you know. Being able to do that, so you have to be able to show that character of being, having that courage and compassion and stuff, the things that they're lacking on, because a lot of times, things happen. You don't have to stoop to their level. If you already see y'all can't deal with eye to eye, just keep short communication with them. If there's, a situation where you're in a, like a karmic relationship where you cannot find a way out, trust them, believe me, I know, you know, just try to deal with it the best way you can. What triggers you, what things that will piss you off, what things will set you off. And, dealing with certain people like that, you have to really, really practice on how to, have less communication as possible. Being able to work on yourself and work on your healing, being able to separate from things that are no longer serving you in whatever type of way. It takes time. So it's just, with my situation is, I've had my down times to where I'm ready to just go toe to toe. But then there's times like, I'll just look like you are not even worth my energy. I'm not even going to focus on that because if I see that it's bringing an argument, even though how bad I'm always that type of person, I always got to have a last word. I'll just walk off because I already know the truth. It's like when you deal with people like that, there's some of them will appreciate the fact that you're being honest about the things that they're doing and how it's projecting out to other people. But some people, they'll know that they're doing that, but that's how they get their energy and their power up, is by placing other people to feel like they're better than other people, that they're justified to be that way because that's how they get off on it. So allow yourself to part ways with them if you can. Allow yourself to be able to protect yourself dealing with people the best way you can. But those are the steps, like I said, I've been reading up and researching on so many different things. A lot of these things, I have personal experiences in, basically I want to be able to, a lot of, YouTubers that do the same thing that I do, they talk about the things that they learn, or they talk about experiences, or some of them just talk about the things that they know, and some people talk about this. I do both. Dealing with this situation has not been easy for me. Healing, all these different things. We're all having our trials and dealing with our fighting our own demons on a personal daily basis. Like I said, I love what I do. I love being able to be a motivational speaker, being that voice for empaths that, are trying to find their way, trying to find their way to, fit in our certain category. We don't like being labeled, you know, we carry around a heavy energy of power that, it is just like when you're allowing yourself, sometimes you don't recognize it because you have dealt with you so long, but you don't see the fierce energy that you carry around, especially if you can open your mouth up and tell people of the things that has happened to you, the things that you are currently, healing from, when you can recognize the things that has really messed you up and mentally, emotionally, sexually, spiritually, being broke down in all different ways. It takes a person of strength to know that when you can identify that and be able to say, hey, these are the things that I'm dealing with, these are the things that I'm healing from, and I'm owning up to my responsibility on things that has happened to me on my part. You don't take the responsibility of what others has put on you. You only can take responsibility on, if you're an adult. Now, I'm not talking about a child, because a lot of times when children go through these traumas, they have no choice in the matter, which is, I can really feel for children like that. um but as an adult, you can allow yourself to, if you can, with me and my situation, I feel like it could be a lot worse. It's a blessing in disguise to me, because I can feel like there's other people in certain type of situations with like mine, and it's worse off than than mine is. So I can feel like I'm blessed for that. Being able to heal from this it takes a daily thing. It really does, because the situation with me dealing with, I was dealing with so much at one same time. Breakup, the truth about my biological family, deception of family, finding out who my parents are, dealing with a 21-year toxic relationship that I really tried to part ways with. But my situation is humbled me in so many different ways that I'm blessed to be able to be that voice of, a survival, being able to know, I'm healing from a lot of ways, but no way, shape, form, or fashion. I'm not all the way out the woods, but I'm in a lot better place than I was when I first started. I'm not where I exactly want to be, but that's not going to say that I'm not going to get there. I know I am. I claim that. Um, but my situation has allowed me to be able to help so many people along the way. I was telling somebody that today, and I said, I love what I do. I always wanted to help people. I didn't know how I was going to help people, but this was my calling when I was like 4 or 5 years old. I've been telling my mom and this since I was a little girl, and did not realize that my life tragedies and trauma would have been able to allow people to identify with the things that they carry in their heart. A lot of us are very wounded. A lot of us carry our tragedies, like around like a security blanket. I was known for doing that as well. Coming to terms with a lot of things that you suppress for so long is not easy. Especially when you can allow yourself to sit with oneself and say, these are the things that I'm really trying to heal from. These are the things that I'm coming to terms with. Being honest with yourself, allowing yourself to know there are better days coming, but you have to be able to work towards that. You have to be able to believe in that, have faith and confidence in yourself, dealing with all these different things. That's why I love to learn more every day, because I feel like I can be better than I was yesterday. I want to learn more about that. Enlightenment is knowing that you can know more than what you did yesterday than today. So knowing today that you did yesterday, that's why I meant, doing it dyslexic thing. But yeah, all these different things is coming along. So it's just like we're going through all these major shifts, and we got a full moon coming up on, what is it? Yeah, Tuesday, and another one coming up next Tuesday. God dog, both Tuesdays back to back, the 12th and the 19th. I was watching Victor's videos, and it's crazy. Like I said, I dropped 2 comments on there on both videos and tell him how amazing it is. I always make sure I give him his credit, because I learned a lot from, a lot of his videos, as well as Aaron's, and Till Swan, as well as Ralph Smart, and Kundalini Awakening channel as well, and Psychic Beings. I think that's what it is too, and Trent Shelton, and Darman, and Jay Sheedy as well. They are very big inspirations to me that, inspire me to do a lot better. I'm wanting to be like them when I grow up. But, I hope that you were able to resonate with the content of this video. And I truly hope this can help you in being able to identify what kind of people you're dealing with in case you're going through these things. I would love to give a post notification shout out to Arian Faye. I hope that's how you pronounce your name. And Adam, Nico, AJ, Jerwin, much love to you as well. Welcome to the fam. If this is your first time, coming to the channel, welcome. Good to have you. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, I think this is like my third video, and I forgot to say, anytime you're not comfortable with allowing yourself, you want to be able to be vocal about the things that you're struggling with, or, just trying to find answers to the things that you're wondering about when it comes to your life and your spirituality. You can always look me up on Facebook Messenger, not the page, but the Messenger. And you can send me a short text, and we can go from there. Whatever we talk about is 100% confidential. And I'll help you out the best way I can. I know a lot of people, I talk to people on here, but I also talk to a lot of people one-on-one, which is, they're a lot better with that. And I love doing both. So I'll help you out wherever I best way can, the best to my ability. So like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop a line so I can give you a post notification shout out, hit the bell. Know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved, and knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And make sure you give out love, light, and positivity and prosperity vibes towards people. You never know, your kind words and your vibes can really take somebody a long way. And I will see you on my next video. Much love to you. Peace and be wild.